consulting offer at McKinsey, BCG, or Bain can transform your career. But the truth is, 70% of candidates don't even make it to the interview stage. So in this video, I will show you how you can transform your consulting resume to get interviews at top consulting firms. Let's start with the strategy number 1, demonstrating your capacity to think strategically. Consulting firms need to see that you understand the bigger picture and impact of your work. Let's see these two examples. Let's start with the bad one. Analyzed and researched the Spanish consumer market upon own initiative and wrote reports that were key to multiple marketing campaigns. Now the good one. Supported sales growth in the Spanish market by conducting in-depth market research used to design 3 marketing campaigns. While the first example is a simple list of duties, the second example shows clearly how this candidate contributed to the company's strategic priorities. Let's look at a second example. The bad example looks like this. The original bullet point was designed and implemented an automated testing system for engine components using Python and conducted reliability analysis on test results. The improved version is reduced production costs by 2.3 million euros annually by developing an automated testing system that identified faulty engine components 80% faster than manual inspection, resulting in 35% lower defect rate in final assembly. With these two examples, you can see how describing the problems you solved or contributed to solve in a C-level manner makes a difference. So the next logical question is, how do you elevate your achievements to this strategic level? This is simple. Think of this like taking an elevator, and at each floor, ask yourself why this is important. Let's take an example. At the ground floor, you can say, I created dashboards to track social media engagement metrics. At the second floor, the team leader view floor, you can say, I identified which content drives the most engagement. Then, at the fifth floor, the department head view floor, you can say, I optimized our content strategy and increased follower growth rate. And finally, at the 10th floor, the C-level view floor, you can say, I built a stronger brand presence that drove customer acquisition at 30% lower cost than traditional marketing. And you can see how each why question takes us higher and reveals a more strategic view of the problem. And that's exactly what recruiters are looking for. Candidates who can connect their daily work to C-level priorities. And that's the first strategy you need to understand. Connect every achievement on your consulting resume to business impact by asking yourself why many times until you reach C-level priorities. Now, the second strategy is about showing how you moved the needle. Because consulting firms need people who can deliver results to their clients. Let's look at these two examples. The bad example looks like this. Created project plans to fit customer needs and delivered projects on time and budget. The good example is led 5 million euros transformation project for a Fortune 500 retailer, delivering 25% cost reduction across 12 European markets in 9 months. The difference? A quantified impact. But that's where most candidates get stuck. What if you cannot quantify the outcome of your actions? Don't worry, we are going to discuss that. You actually have 3 techniques to show your impact. But before I show you these techniques in action, you must understand what is at stake here. Recruiters in consulting want to see how big the problems you solved were. Increasing sales by 10% for $1 million company or increasing sales by 10% for $100 million company is not the same. It's like comparing a small shop to a national retail chain. Same percentage, but different scale. And that's why context matters. So how do you give some context about the problems you solved? Let's start with the technique number one. You know it, quantifying the outcome of your actions. Let's look at our first example. Teamed up with a senior leadership team of a leading global technology company to redesign the HR operating model, resulting in a $7 million cost savings plan in 18 months. So try this. Look at your current consulting resume and try to find where you can add numbers for your achievements. Now, let's discuss what you can do when you cannot quantify the outcome of your actions. The technique number two is to quantify the resources used to solve the problem. Let's look at this example. Led strategic transformation of supply chain operations by managing 5 million euros budget and coordinating 3 cross-functional teams, 25 people, across 4 European distribution centers. You can see here how the budget and the size of the team immediately give some perspective about the problem. So try this. Can you spot places on your consulting resume where you can add resource numbers such as budget or team size? Finally, the technique number 3, qualifying the problem. A very powerful technique. Let's start with this example. Streamlined a leading European insurance company's data organization across 19 EMEA markets and multiple distribution channels by leading a team of 15 engineers, resulting in better customer insights and improved customer retention. By mentioning leading European insurance company, the recruiters will immediately feel that the problem was big and that probably the impact you had was important. And you can see how words such as leading, Europe, EMEA markets instantly create credibility. So try this. Can you add on your consulting resume some industry context to make your achievements even more impressive? Now that your consulting resume shows the impact you had, it's time to add the final ingredient. The ingredient that will make recruiters fight to interview you. The third strategy is about demonstrating that you possess the consulting skills they are looking for. So let's discuss how you can demonstrate that you possess these consulting skills. Let's look at these 2 bullet points. Created project plans to fit customer needs and delivered projects on time and budget. There is no consulting skill here. On the other side, contributed to developing omni-channel marketing campaigns for a total budget of 1.2 million euros for a major grocery store chain, which resulted in 1.5 times sales growth by performing in-depth market analysis. What makes this second bullet point so powerful? It's like a 3-layer cake. Layer 1 shows that you understand the big picture, omni-channel strategy. Layer 2 shows the impact, 1.5 times sales growth. And layer 3 highlight a specific consulting skill, performing analysis. So make sure that your consulting resume showcases the consulting skills they are looking for, such as your analytical skills, leadership, or communication skills. But there is more. Try to spread these consulting skills strategically on your consulting resume. For instance, use analytical skill on 1 bullet point, communication on another one, or leadership on a 3rd bullet point. So at the end, you will show that you have a well-rounded profile. Okay, now that we have discussed how you can transform your consulting resume to get more interviews, let's discuss how you can turn these interviews into offers. So check out this video to learn how to ace your case interviews like a pro.